Hey, happy day, happy life, happy journey. It is our regular time for I Got My Miracle. And of course, Rythmia is closed right now, so we don't have anybody to bring in to talk about their miracle. But the fact is that this time that we have together is an opportunity for us to get our own miracle. So the title of today's talk is From How I Got My Miracle to or from I got my miracle to how to get my miracle. And that's what this is about today, because this time, this intermission of daily life, this intermission from our daily routine is an opportunity, because what we do here at Rythmia and what people who come here to do and work with plant medicine is working in and from the unknown. When we step into ceremony, we're stepping into the unknown, into something that is out of the ordinary and unconventional. And so we have the opportunity right now. This is like a giant ceremony. We are in the unknown collectively, in some uncharted territory. And we know that we create from the unknown. In ceremony, we're creating from the unknown. And so now is our opportunity to create from the unknown collectively, together. So let's talk about manifestation and creation, because I know so many of us, I know myself, I have high intentions for this time, that I'm going to increase my practice, my meditation, more reading, more working out. And sometimes, I'm not meeting those expectations as much as I'd like, and I'm kind of beating myself up over it. So the first piece in receiving our miracle is total love, total self-love, and total self-acceptance for exactly where we are. That is the first part of making this welcome, right? When we say, I got my miracle, it's I received my miracle. I received a miracle. And this reception, it requires us to be receptive. So how do I open myself up more? How do I open myself up to be receptive? The first piece is to anchor ourselves in total self-love and total self-acceptance. This is the key. This is what I'm receiving over these last few days, is that my self-love and self-acceptance is the way in which I am able to maintain my availability for something greater to work through me, to receive from that unified field of infinite possibility where we go in ceremony. When we're in ceremony, we are lifting ourselves above confusion. We're lifting ourselves above the solidity of our everyday physical being, and we're seeing things that we don't normally see. And in that receptive state, we are able to create from a place of the quantum field, from the place of the unknown. So in order to access that now, we access that through self-love and self-acceptance. So my invitation to you this week is firstly to see the ways in which you can do things that create a general field, a magnetic field of self-love and self-acceptance. The things that you can do that make you feel good about you. And the things that I can do that make me feel good about me. The first piece of making it welcome, right? We're not forcing anything to happen. We're not persuading the universe or Mother Ayahuasca or God or the divine intelligence to do anything. We can't tell this divine intelligence how to be itself. It's already itself. Our job is to make ourselves available to it and to make it welcome. And it is more welcome in a state of love and acceptance, self-love and self-acceptance. So this is the key to enter into this time open and available through our self-love and self-acceptance. And gratitude, right, is another way that we can anchor into making ourselves open and available. Gratitude is a huge piece. These technologies, self-love, self-acceptance, and gratitude, are the beginning stages of manifestation. So how does manifestation work? Manifestation is outlined very clearly in the Bible. In Genesis, it says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word became flesh. Wow, like the simplicity of these teachings when we unpack it on a metaphysical level. In the beginning, there was an idea, a word. In the beginning, there was a vibration. What is a word but something that comes out of our throat and is expressed? It's a vibration. So in the beginning, there was a vibration. In the beginning, there was an idea, and that idea was with the divine intelligence. The idea is in the realm of infinite possibility, and it becomes manifest. It becomes flesh. It becomes material. So how do we get our miracle? How do we create a space for a miracle to emerge in our lives during this time of intermission? First, by self-love and self-acceptance and gratitude. We begin to till the soil of our consciousness and create a fertile ground for this miracle to evolve and grow within the body of our consciousness, within the fertile soil of our consciousness. So that's the first step. And now that out of that divine idea, right action will fall, right? So the next thing to do comes out of that. In the beginning, there was the vibration, and the vibration became material. So there's something that has to happen in the material world. There has to be some activity, some action for us to receive our miracle. We first create the ground in our work, in our work of self-love and self-acceptance, in our work of gratitude, in our prayer work, in our meditation. We begin to till the soil of our consciousness and our awareness so that we are in a receptive state. And then right action emerges. So what does that right action look like? This week for me, that right action looks like creating the structures that support me in activating the divine ideas that are coming through, right? How can I create structures that support me in living the miracle, right? So self-love and self-acceptance might look like meditation. It might look like some prayer time. It might look like some reflective, contemplative reading. It might look like doing things that support me, taking some time out, away from the phone, away from social media, to just be reflective. So if those are the things that are coming through for you, for me, it's reading. It is a deeper dive into meditation. It is more study, more sacred study. Those are the ways in which I want to create a fertile soil for a miracle to emerge in my life. So now the action, right action, falls out of that. What is that activity? What is that action? That action to me looks like planning out my week and saying, all right, my meditation is going to happen at this time. I'm going to set aside a half hour a day to do sacred study. I'm going to set aside another half hour to watch some great videos, some great content. There's so much great Rythmia content out there on YouTube, on Our Life, which is our aftercare program, on Binge Network, on Gaia, on Glued TV, on Roku. Rythmia content is out there everywhere. So I want to watch some good videos, good content that uplifts me so I can be in community with high-minded individuals that help lift me up. So I'm planning that. I'm putting that in my schedule. I want to make sure I have some total off time. That's a way that I can express self-love for myself, is to have a time when I'm really off, not responding to texts, not responding to emails, just some time for me to be. Right? That's another piece that I think is so important. So I'm scheduling that time. I'm creating the structures that support me in living the vision that is emerging through my work. Today, I reached out to 2 friends and said, hey, I need some support. And they're responding, they're calling me, they're texting me, they're helping me stay on track with the things that I'm declaring. So that's another way that we can practice self-love and self-acceptance is by reaching out to our network for support. And guess what? When we're human like that, when we reach out to people and ask for help, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's a sign, and it's inspiring to others because it inspires them to do the same. And it makes them feel good because they're being of service to us. You know, that we all know how great it is to feel, how great it feels to be of service. So that's another thing that we can do in terms of creating the space to receive a miracle. Ultimately, this time, this intermission is a time where we get to decide who do we want to be when we emerge from this. Because trust me, it's going to go, it seems like it's taken forever, but it's going to go by like that. And then on the other side of this, when life speeds up again and all the busy, active comings and goings of our day, we're going to forget about this time. But not if we anchor in our miracle now. Who do I want to be when I emerge from this? How can I be more loving in my heart when I emerge from this? How can I be more, have more clarity around my life purpose? Who do you want to be? What do you want to think? How do you want to act? This is the time to take this intermission. This intermission, an intermission is between two acts, right? So we had this act pre-coronavirus, and there'll be an act post-coronavirus. But during this coronavirus intermission, who do we want to be? Spend some time in contemplation. Spend some time just without any external stimuli, and allow a divine idea to emerge within you, and begin to then create the structures that support you in living that idea, in living that purpose. So the invitation is to spend some time journaling this week on who I want to be. Who do I want to be when I emerge from this? What new skills, gifts, talents that do I want to articulate as I come out of this intermission? These are the pieces that I think are so helpful in terms of cultivating a miracle, because there's a miracle here. There's a miracle in everything. Where do I see myself? And we have to look for it. There's a great joke about the optimistic kid and the pessimistic kid. So there's an adult, and he tells the pessimistic kid and the optimistic kid, hey, you guys got to clean the stables on a Saturday. So it's Saturday, and the kids go out to clean the stables, and a little while later, the adult decides to go check on them. This is one of Reverend Michael's jokes that I love. And so the adult goes to check on the kids, and the pessimistic kid is in the stable, and he's cleaning the shit, and he's shoveling it, and he's like, I hate this. This is bullshit. I have to shovel this shit on a day. I'm supposed to be playing. All my friends are out playing. I got to clean this stupid stable. It sucks, right? And the adult goes to check on the optimistic kid, and the optimistic kid is rolling around in the shit, and he's digging it up, and he's throwing it up in the air, and he's playing in it. And the adult goes, kid, what the hell are you doing? And he says, with all this shit in here, there's got to be a pony somewhere, right? So out of all this shit that's going on, where's our pony? Where's our good? Because there's good in there somewhere. Even the Buddhist idea of the lotus blossom, it floats above the manure and blossoms, never dirtied by that from which it emerges. So we too are untouched by the virus of the mind of fear, doubt, and worry, and can emerge. There's a miracle, there's some good looking to express itself, to grow from this. Right? It's out of the darkness of the manure that the beautiful lotus blossom emerges. It's out of the confusion and fear and worry that's coming at this time for us to see the areas within ourselves that are seeking to be healed, and allow and work with them so that they can be healed, right? And that healing comes from that self-love and that self-acceptance. It comes from our inner work, and it also comes from a mindset that says there's some good here. Let me see it. Some good is seeking to emerge. Let me find it. How do I want to, where's my miracle? Where's the miracle in this? Let me see it. Show me my miracle. Because there's a miracle in here for each of us. There's something great seeking to emerge. Confusion is always the precursor to clarity. Chaos is always the precursor to peace, right? Because in the process of nature, there always has to be a dissolution. Something always has to dissolve before something new can emerge. Something, you know, there needs to be space for something new to emerge. So here we have the miracle of this intermission. And there's a beautiful turn of phrase here. Joe Dispenza is talking about the inner mission, the mission of the inside. Is some of the things that he's talking about this week. So it's not only an intermission, like a space between, but this intermission is an intermission for us to go within and decide who we want to be on the other side of this. Who do we declare ourselves to be? So that is from I got my miracle to how I got my miracle, how to get my miracle. It's first of all creating a space in consciousness through self-love and self-appreciation, doing some things that support us in fulfilling that, being specific about it, planning out some time. It's too easy when we have too much time. We require structure. We need structure in order for creativity to occur. We think freedom is being able to do whatever we want whenever we want. But the truth is that freedom and infinite possibility exist within structure. I call it freedom in the groove. Think about a jazz musician. A jazz musician has to have structure. They have to have studied. They have to understand music theory. And if I'm going to play, if I'm going to improvise with you, we need to know what key signature we're in, what the time signature is. We need to know what song we're playing, what the header is, and what the order of solos are. And once we have all that, infinite possibilities of improvisation exist within that structure. So it's within structure that possibility emerges, and freedom, real freedom, emerges out of structure. So create your miracle this week by declaring who you want to be and creating the structures that support you in doing that. And for me, that looks like planning. For you, it might look like calling out for support, or it might look like scheduling. Whatever you must do to create the structures that support you. It might be that you're in a home with your family and you need to get a couple people on board with you. It might be creating an online community with just a few people, getting a WhatsApp group together for those others that are interested in being being open and available to change, who want to work on themselves too. Get your tribe together, get your community together, reach out, create this together, and decide who you want to be, because there's a miracle in all this caca, right? There's a pony in here somewhere, baby. We just got to find it. And it's there. It's ready to be found. So that is our Facebook Live. I'm going to look at some of the comments that came through. Zinlin, thank you so much. Love you. So grateful. Angel. Oh, thank you so much. Love from Salt Lake City. Gretchen, love you too. Elizabeth, love you. Thank you all so much. Lindsay and Christian, hey, great to see you guys. So happy that you're here in our lovely community. Sending you all so much love, knowing that there is a great miracle in all of this, in this intermission and this inner mission that we're on. So sending you all so much love and peace. And we will be doing our regular Facebook Lives. Meg's coming up tomorrow, and then all of our regular Facebook Lives throughout the week. And we also have our daily meditation at 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Mountain time, for Rise Up, Rythmia's daily meditation during this time of intermission. And I will see you all then. Sending you so much love. Have a great day.